Gonna show you guys the final video and a follow-up with the mealworm bin. I had some bugs hatched, darkling beetles. Here's one burrowing down, trying to get down to some food or bury himself maybe. Got some mold growth I gotta get rid of right there, it looks like. There's one about to happen. A bunch of mold there too. And there's the second one right there. I've had two of them hatch, maybe more, but those are the two that I've seen. I got a whole bunch of larvae that are on their way to hatching, so pretty soon I'm gonna have a ton of beetles in here. Maybe I'll do one more follow-up video, but for now I gotta get all that mold out. So cool, here's another one. I'm finding a whole bunch that are transitioning from state to beetle state. So that took about an hour, maybe a little more than an hour. As I brought it upstairs to try to clean out some of the mold, I found that the entire bin was just covered with mold. And unfortunately, I found what looks like a bunch of dead mealworms, but I also have a whole bunch of live looking ones. And I found and way more beetles than I expected. They apparently burrow down more than I thought. So I'll show you, I'll do some close-ups here, but yeah, I've got to start the bin over completely. I don't want any mold. I don't want to deal with any more dying mealworms. I got to give them a good home. They're my responsibility now. And so I'm going to take this, dump all the oats and wheat bran out in my hot compost. And then I'm going to sanitize the bin with some bleach water, 1 part bleach to 9 parts water. And then rinse it thoroughly. And then I'm going to put them back in there with some new fresh oats. And I'm gonna do something a little different. I had it in my grow tent downstairs, so there's not really any ventilation. The lid is not a good fitting lid, but since there's no movement of air inside my grow tent, I think I'm gonna find a different spot for them and then actually make some vent holes in the lid of the bin here. So show you some close-ups of everything that I found. There it is, I found a whole bunch of the darkling beetles. When I was doing the video before, I had only found 2, and then I found one more right after I turned off the camera. As you can see, there's quite a few in there, and if I understand it correctly, the darker ones are the older, more mature ones. You can see some that are almost white in there, and then there's a handful of them, like right there. He just got climbed on. There's another one there that are right in the process of transitioning from larva to a beetle state. Pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of They don't move much, but it's funny when they do move, they're pretty fast and jerky. When I was grabbing some of them to move them, they try to wiggle out of my hand sometimes. But quite a few of those, which I'm pretty happy about. Still a ton of worms. I would say this is pretty close to the amount of worms I started with. So I'm pretty sure they've been multiplying. And I'll put these in their new home and hopefully they'll be happy and there will be no mold. Try to get all the old oat pieces out. Anyway, pretty cool to see. Things are hopefully going to turn around and do a little bit better for them now. I feel bad. I just checked the bin. I check it almost every day, but yesterday was a busy day, so I didn't check it yesterday. But I do recall when I checked it 2 days ago, I sent my friend a video of some of the darkling beetles that had hatched. I noticed that there was a smell, and that should have been my first cue that something was wrong. If something's smelling, then something's off. If it's a good earthy smell, then that's okay, but this was kind of a yucky smell, like something was starting to mold. There it was. I'll show you when I get the new clean bin and make sure they're happy. Okay, so I got the new bin all cleaned. Got new oats in there. I do a mixture of quick oats and old-fashioned oats. I'm gonna go ahead and get the beetles in here. Also got 2 potato wedges, fresh raw potato wedges in there to give them some moisture, something they can feed on. And here's all the, I'm gonna spread the mealworms kind of out over the whole thing. Quite a few, looking good. So hopefully this will not get moldy. Hopefully things will be healthy now, and I'm gonna check it definitely every day at this point. But I'm gonna do a quick time lapse here so you can see how fast things disappear. Okay, there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bin away. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you learned something from it. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing what I did. It really mean a lot to me if you guys would like and subscribe. Tell your friends that are gardeners.